if I told you that some of the craziest Breaking Bad theories might actually be true? Not just fun fan ideas, but theories that completely change how you see the show. Because hidden inside Breaking Bad are clues, details, and moments that don't fully add up unless you look at them differently. And once you do, you can't unsee it. Breaking Bad is known for its insane attention to detail. Every line, every prop, every decision, it all means something. But even with all that precision, there are still mysteries the show never fully explains, and that's where these theories come in. Today, we're breaking down the craziest Breaking Bad theories that actually make sense and might be closer to the truth than you think. Theory 1. Walt was always Heisenberg. At the start of the show, Walter White looks like the definition of an average guy, a high school teacher, quiet, passive, invisible. But the moment he gets his diagnosis, everything changes. Fast, almost too fast. Within just a few episodes, Walt is building explosives, manipulating people, killing without hesitation. That's not a gradual transformation, that's a switch flipping. This leads to a powerful theory. Walt didn't become Heisenberg. He revealed who he always was. Think about it. His past already shows signs. Leaving gray matter out of pride, resentment toward Elliot and Gretchen, a massive ego hidden under insecurity. What if cancer didn't change Walt? It just removed the consequences holding him back? But if Walt was always capable of this, then maybe he wasn't the only one hiding something. Theory 2. Gus Fring knew about Walt from the beginning. When Walt first meets Gustavo Fring, Gus acts cautious and distant, like he's evaluating him. But here's the weird part. Gus is extremely careful, almost paranoid. So why would someone like him trust Walt at all? Gus doesn't just hire Walt. He builds an entire super lab for him. He gives him access, protection, and resources. That's not something you do for a random chemistry teacher. This leads to the theory. Gus already knew exactly who Walt was, possibly even before they officially met. Why? Because Walt's product, the blue stuff, was too unique to ignore, and someone like Gus would absolutely investigate the source. What if Gus didn't discover Walt, but had been watching him long before Walt even realized he was in the game? And if Gus was always one step ahead, then someone else might have been too. Theory 3. Skyler was smarter than everyone thought. Skyler White is one of the most misunderstood characters in the entire show. Most viewers see her as controlling or annoying, but when you look closer, she figures things out way faster than anyone else. She realizes Walt is lying early on, understands the money situation quickly, builds a believable cover story, handles money laundering like a wife. Matarowe. This leads to a theory most people overlook. Skyler wasn't just reacting. She was adapting faster than everyone else, and in many ways, she was just as dangerous as Walt. What if Skyler had fully embraced the criminal world? There's a real argument she could have outplayed Walt entirely, because unlike him, she didn't let ego control her decisions. And speaking of ego, that brings us to one of the most disturbing theories in the entire show. Theory 4. Walt wanted to get caught. Throughout the series, Walt makes some incredibly risky decisions. Not just risky, unnecessary. Examples: keeping Gail's book in his house, returning to crime scenes, confronting Hank directly, leaving clues behind. For someone so smart, these mistakes don't make sense. Unless they weren't accidents. This leads to the theory. Walt subconsciously wanted to be caught. Why? Because his ego needed recognition. He didn't just want to succeed. He wanted people to know it was him. What if every mistake wasn't a failure, but a deliberate way to leave his mark, to prove that he was the one behind everything? And if that's true, then maybe his ending wasn't as random as it seemed. Theory 5. Jesse was meant to replace Walt. Jesse Pinkman starts off as a small-time dealer, unreliable, emotional, messy. But over time, he changes a lot. By the end of the series, Jesse understands the business, becomes more strategic, questions morality, gains real experience. This leads to a fascinating theory. Jesse was unintentionally being shaped into Walt's successor. Not by Walt, but by the world around him. Every trauma, every mistake, every lesson, it all builds him up. What if Jesse had stayed in the game? He might have become something even more dangerous than Walt, a criminal with both intelligence and empathy. But while Jesse was evolving, there's one theory that suggests the entire story might not even be real. Theory 6. Breaking Bad is just Walt's fantasy. This is one of the wildest theories out there, and at first, it sounds ridiculous. The idea is simple. Everything we see in Breaking Bad is just a fantasy in Walt's head. A what-if scenario, a life where he finally becomes powerful. Supporters point to the extreme escalation of events, Walt's unrealistic success, the perfect timing of many situations. It almost feels too cinematic. What if the real Walt never became Heisenberg? What if he stayed a teacher? And all of this was just the life he wished he had. But whether that's true or not, there's one final theory that ties everything together. Theory 7. Walt won because he was lucky, not smart. Walt is often seen as a genius, a mastermind, but when you really break it down, a lot of his success comes down to luck. Think about it. Hank never suspects him early on. Gus spares him multiple times. Jesse saves him repeatedly. Coincidences constantly work. In his favor, this leads to a controversial theory. Walt wasn't a mastermind. He was just extremely lucky, and his intelligence only worked because luck kept saving him. What if in a slightly different timeline, Walt gets caught in season 1? Everything falls apart instantly. And if that's true, then maybe the scariest part of Breaking Bad isn't how smart Walt was, but how fragile everything really was. So, what do all these theories tell us? They reveal something deeper about Breaking Bad. It's not just a story about crime, it's a story about identity, ego, and the thin line between control and chaos. But here's something even more interesting. All of these theories, no matter how different, point to the same idea. Breaking Bad isn't just telling one story, it's layered. Every character has dual meanings. Every decision can be interpreted in multiple ways. Every outcome feels both intentional and accidental at the same time. That's what makes these theories stick. They don't feel forced, they feel possible, because the show was written in a way that leaves just enough space for interpretation. Not everything is explained, not everything is clean, and that ambiguity is where these theories live. It's why fans are still debating years later, rewatching scenes, catching details they missed before, questioning motivations that once seemed obvious. Because once you start looking at Breaking Bad through this lens, every scene changes. Walt isn't just a man transforming. Gus isn't just a careful businessman. Skyler isn't just reacting. Jesse isn't just a victim. They all become something more complex, something harder to define. And maybe that's the real reason these theories feel so real. Because Breaking Bad was never meant to give you all the answers, only enough to make you keep asking questions. And that's exactly why we're still talking about it.